Ah, nothing like a vacation to get your mind off work. Though I feel more tired than I do relaxed. Don't know why that is. But hey, time to get back to work. And today's review will be on,
What?
Aww. Hello cartoon fanatics of the internet, I'm Channel Hopper and welcome to episode 2 of season 8 entitled The Mod Couple. And for those of you that don't remember an April Fool's video done by Quill on season 5 spoilers a few years back, he mentioned that Pinkie Pie gets a cult friend. While the video was meant to be a joke, he was surprisingly close in the sense that it was a pie character that gets a love interest. As for me, I feel that giving a special sun pony to a character like Maud is a more ideal fit in terms of storytelling, which I'll have to go over later on in the review since it's my job. As for the episode itself, it's pretty much predictable in the story department as it involves our hyperactive and inattentive Pinkie Pie conflicted with her sister's new boyfriend and she needs to learn how to get along with him by the end of the episode. Normally this kind of trope would often go the route of the love interest not being what he seems on the outside, but instead, both seem to have genuine affection for each other's similar mannerisms versus contrasting personalities. So how does Pinkie Pie fit into this? Well, she's planning a birthday party for Maud and wishes to spend more time with her sister, but Maud's schedule has been occupied by the character of Mudbriar, who seems to have a different plan for Maud's birthday. Now, this is where the conflict of the episode comes in. Pinkie Pie is conflicted with the idea that some other pony seems to know more about her sister than she does and tries to work with Mudbriar on the party but can't seem to understand his thinking process and assumes that he's driving both her and her sister apart. Upon asking her sister which idea she likes more, Pinkie Pie is dismayed to learn that Maud isn't too fond of parties, which seems to be the breaking point for her and leaves her in tears. On a side note, an interesting addition to the episode, and one that I hope to see more of in future episodes, is the inclusion of Starlight Glimmer as the go-to voice of reason in the show. Starlight fits the part of a guidance counselor to a T and does bring us some interesting parallels between how Pinkie Pie views Mudbriar similar to everyone's first impression of Maud. While I can understand Pinkie Pie in the sense that Mudbriar does come off as a more boring version of Maud, just the awkward confrontations and dialogue between these characters is what makes this episode a challenge to sit through. But back to Pinkie Pie. Another great addition to the episode is the rock farm, and by association her two sisters, Limestone and Marble Pie. While Starlight can be observant and logical, Pinkie's sisters are better suited at putting her dilemma into perspective. As the metaphor and theme of the episode goes, don't judge a book by its cover, or in this case a gem by its exterior. So with a few apologies here and there, both Pinkie Pie and Mudbriar compromise the solution by having Maud observe her birthday party from afar instead of attending it. And that was the Mod Couple. So let's go over what I like and don't like in the episode. First up, the new introduction. There's so much happening on screen that it took me a few more viewings to catch them all. And it shows that the series has progressed for the better of the show, with our main 6 accomplishing their own goals, with Rainbow Dash now becoming a Wonderboard, Rarity expanding her boutiques, and Fluttershy opening an animal sanctuary. We also get a redesign of the interior of Celestia's castle, as well as the inclusion of Cadence and Shining armor in the intro, and not to mention Discord just chilling outside versus getting a glimpse from a window. I'd be kicking myself if I didn't mention the comedy in the episode, from dropping Mudbriar into the party cave to Pinkie Pie mistaking a metaphor as a means to bash Mudbriar with a hammer just made me so happy to see that the show still has plenty of laughs to go around. Another thing I like is the development Maud has had in the past few seasons and now. She's got her doctorate degree, she has her own place to live, and she has a boyfriend now. I've mentioned earlier that having a love interest for Maud seems like the best choice than, let's say, Twilight or Fluttershy, because they're the main focus of the series, and adding in another supporting character might limit their potential for new things, such as the case with Shining Armor and Princess Cadence. Silver Quill and Firebrand went into more detail about these two, so I will link the video in the description box below. Basically, having a romantic partner means you're focusing more of your time towards one individual versus your circle of friends or family. Not to mention your hobbies and side projects have to be put on hold in order to support your partner, so we see less and less of your potential. However, that's not to say I don't like couples in cartoons in general. Look at Candace and Jeremy from Phineas and Ferb, Lori and Bobby from The Loud House, and the couples in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. The point is, a couple in the show can work when done properly, but it's just difficult to do so. So what did I hate in the episode? A few things actually, and one of them is Mudbriar. His mannerisms were too dull for my taste, and I've met people who overly explain the technicalities and things and not really a fan of seeing that minor annoyance being put into a cartoon. Another thing is Pinkie Pie's assumptions and quick to judge habits. I mean, just because Maud wants to do something different doesn't mean she likes Mudbriar more than you. But hey, it's Pinkie Pie after all. So as for my final thoughts, overall I'd have to say the episode is good to watch. It has its awkward moments, but they're easily passable once you get to the comedy and heartfelt moments in the episode. The Pie sisters are some of the best supporting characters, and I hope to see more of them later on. If I had to change something in the episode, it would have to be Mudbriar being less annoying in his mannerisms. And that's all for now. Until next time, I'm Channel Hopper, and the next review is just a click away.